Well, welcome to Coronation, communication in the time of coronavirus, where culture, health, and spirituality come together. And I'm joined by Patty Leitch in California in the United States. Hey, Patty, how you going?
Hi, Naomi. It's good, thanks. As good
Um,
as it can be, I guess.
yeah, I guess so. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Patty?
I am a healthcare communications specialist by training and career, and also a mom of a 14-year-old son and a wife. And kind of split my time now between my work as well as being a homemaker.
And what's a health communications expert do?
So we support communications in the healthcare industry.
Ah,
For many years, my clients were the pharmaceutical companies, so we would support communication of their scientific data, marketing communications, crisis management, things like that.
okay, thank you. So tell me, how is this situation with coronavirus, this crazy world that we're in at the moment, how is this affecting you personally?
Me personally, I mean, I have my husband and my son around the house much more,
Mhm.
which is actually not necessarily a horrible thing. I get to see them more and spend time with them. I think it negatively impacts my son the most. I think at first he was really happy he was out of school, but boredom has set in. He's an only child, an active kid, an athlete, highly social. So, I think it's been really difficult for him. My husband works from home, so it's business as usual now to the extent that it can be with everything going on. But yeah, we're all just kind of trying to make the most of spending a lot of time together.
You're enjoying that though?
There's moments of enjoyment. For instance, like we've been able to eat dinner together almost every night, and I don't think we've ever been able to do that with my son's athletic schedule, my husband's travel schedule. We're lucky if we got dinner in once or twice a week, so that's really great. But there's also been some, there's been a couple arguments, and when you're close to someone, it's day in and day out without a different sort of change of atmosphere, things can get on your nerves more, and I'm sure that's happening to everyone.
Do you think this is going to change your family positively at the end of this, spending this much time
uh,
together?
yeah, I think so. I think in a way we're all getting to know each other
Mm.
better. I think it's a little bit of a recalibration in terms of like communication and the need for communication. Last night, my son came in to my room. It was like 9:30 at night. He sleeps late, so he goes to bed late. But he just started talking to me, and we talked about a lot of things. We talked about emotions. We talked about what he was going through. We talked about what he wanted for his birthday. Like we just had this really great, like 45-minute long conversation, and that I don't think would have ever happened if he was running from school to sports to homework.
In fact, I always find it interesting how teenagers always want to talk to you and have the best, deepest conversations right at the time you're about to turn your light off and go to sleep.
Does that happen? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's like, oh, it's a great conversation, but I really want to go to sleep. But okay, I'll stay awake because it's a great conversation.
Right.
So, what perspectives have you got that might be useful to others through this time, from your background, from your experience, the way you live your life, etc.?
So I'll just share with you some of the things we're doing in my family. And one is we have the family quarantine text, and it's like grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone. We have like 25, 30 people on this text, and we share funny memes. We share jokes. We also share informative and balanced like videos that we get or news articles, things like that. So it's really just a way for us all to really stay in touch. And that's actually been really nice to be in touch with my sisters and my parents like day in and day out like that on text. I think it gives us all a little reprieve and feeling of, connection. Another thing I personally do is try to find like the golden nugget that happens every day because of this. Like last night, it was definitely the conversation with my son. Every day, despite the frustrations and the slowdowns and the change of life, there seems to be like a little golden star of a thing that wouldn't have happened if we weren't in this time of coronavirus. So, that's something that I try to seek out every day. And also, I'm a spiritual person. So I think for a lot of people, it's really been a time to sort of reflect on that and what that means to me, and grow a stronger relationship with my source, God. I'm a Christian, so it's sort of been a time for me to really practice it,
Do you
practice
have
my
a daily
spirituality.
practice around this normally?
Sorry.
Do you have a daily practice around this normally?
Always had a daily practice, but it means more to me to make sure I do it every day now.
Right.
To really reflect upon, the prayers for myself, the prayers for my family, and the prayers for other, and really ask, for guidance from source, and stay hopeful and stay positive that there is, that this too will pass.
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful sentiment. Well, Patty, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your coronation. It's great to chat.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Naomi. Nice to talk to you.